Shikomori is back after its 1 week hiatus. And just so you guys didn't know, if you guys didn't watch the video that I put out or the update, or if you guys weren't aware, the studio, Dogo Kobo, basically, unfortunately, the whole entire studio came down with the COVID sickness. So they had to delay a couple of the episodes. So there's going to be another episode that gets kind of like pushed back and delayed again, just because of all the things that goes on. And if you guys ever watch anime like 𝐒𝐻𝐵𝐭, then you know that anime studios are absolutely insane, getting to their deadlines, getting to the TV studios, you know, getting kind of the episode ready and out there. So definitely my heart goes out to the studio, but I am absolutely glad that 𝐒𝐻𝐵𝐭, I'm glad that Shikomori, Jesus, I can speak. I am so glad that Shikamori is back this week, because this week was like I love when an episode, and I'm sure you share the sentiment. I love when an episode puts this like stupid smile on my face. And as Izumi was telling the story this week of how him and Shikamori got together, and he was telling this to Kamiya because Kamiya, I'll talk about that in a second, but he was telling this story to Kamiya. And it has to be like the cutest story ever. You know, the reality for him is he has very bad luck. And the fortunate part of that is that Shikamori basically makes up all of her good luck and everything else. Like she changes it and changed it around for Izumi. Like she is like his ultra defense armor against his bad luck that he just naturally has. But the story in a nutshell is last year's festival, the same one that's going on right now. Last year's festival, he was able to get God's good grace and be able to get the same exact number as Shikamori. And he was already planning to confess to her because he already liked her and he already really wanted to be with her. So he already had it in his mind at this festival to confess to her. So he got the same number as her. So he got the best luck, the best thing that was ever going to happen. He got the same exact number as her. He partnered up with her. He showed her a whole entire day. And when it came to the couple pictures, which is essentially the student council sets up as it was explained, as the student council sets up, and they you find the person with your same number. You find the person with your same number, and then you go and you take a picture with them. And a lot of times that ends up people getting together because they get to meet somebody or they get to know somebody throughout the day, based on the partnerships at each and every year's festival. Well, when they get to the picture part, which Shikamori was extremely, extremely excited for, of course, like always, Izumi lost his number. And because he lost his number, they went and searched for his number for 2 years. They refused to give up. Shikamori refused to give up, and they ended up having to give up because they couldn't find the number. So they go and beg the student council to, hey, let us take the picture. And because of Izumi's passion, they allow it to happen. And that basically is what spurred him to have even more confidence to finally go and actually confess to her. And when he put his hand, please be with me. When she took his hand, she yanked him and hugged him. And I was like, yeah, that's my Shikamori. Go girl. I love that moment because it's that's what awesome relationships are built on, is her really liking him really liking her, him being a man, right? Really I'm gonna put it in air quotations, being a man, and really going out there and doing something that's out of character because he just wants something so bad in Shikamori, and him, fight or flight, asking her, and she being so taken aback from that, and oh my god, it's just such a beautiful scene. It made me emotional. Even Kamiya, she's like, oh. She's like, oh, youth. I love Kamiya. She's awesome. And she was really relishing in that story, and I was just all smiles during that whole entire time, which I found really awesome. Now the kicker is Kamiya. Gorgeous character. Very, very beautiful. Love the blue hair. She knows Izumi already. So the fact that she got partnered up with Izumi, the fact that Izumi got partnered up with somebody he knows, really good. But last year, so their first, I think they're second years right now. So when they were first years, they got partnered up during the library. So they were on the library committee. They got to know each other last year. She got to know him well. And basically, the long story short of it is Kamiya is treated a certain type of way, from popularity to athleticism to everything else. And the way that Izumi treated her when they were first years was drastically different than anybody else had. And the way that he talked to her naturally and complimented her and said things to her that, no one's ever said to her before, with her being like so nice and considerate and stuff. And that really touched her in some way. And she even like bunched up. That makes me think that that was the moment that she started liking Izumi. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but it could very well be. And I'm just going to say it is. I'm going to say this is the moment that she started liking Izumi, potentially. So this year, they got the same numbers. They're going to have to take pictures next episode, potentially. She got partnered up with him again, and I think that this was gonna be like her moment. The story that she told Shikomori, the story that Izumi told about Shikomori to Kamiya. The reason Kamiya, in my head, again, I could be completely off base. She could just like Shikomori like a lot of the other girls, but I'm thinking the reason that she was so passionate, the reason that she pushed Izumi against the wall was because she likes him, and she was a little bit jealous, and so she's like, well, how did you end up with her? It could have been any girl. It just happened to be Shikomori. Like, how did you end up with her? And I think the reason she was so passionate is because she felt some type of way, and she's never had these feelings before. And again, I am assuming. I'm being very assumptive here. But she's never had these feelings before, so I'm assuming that she's like, yo, passionate. Izumi's like, yo, okay, another girl who likes Shikomori. I'll tell you about how it happened. And I think the reason for that, again, was because she likes Izumi. And I'm assuming next week's episode, maybe she'll tell him that when they have to take their photo. I don't know yet. But regardless, it was all extremely interesting. And I think that she has a crush on him. And I think that's where we're going. And I find that super interesting as well, that they introduce another character, or they reintroduced Kamiya to us again. And there's something there between her and between Izumi. And I can't wait till Shikomori finds out who it is, because she's been fervently trying to figure out who has his number as well. But regardless, Shikamori's back. I'm excited for it. This episode was 2 thumbs up. It was so good, so cute. Loved it quite a bit. And I can't wait to see more. Well, I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought about Kamiya. Let me know what you thought about Izumi's confession. Let me know what you thought about Shikomori taking him in. Let me know what you thought overall about this episode down in the comments below. And as of course, I'll see you guys next Saturday on Shikomori episode. What's next week's episode? 8? 8? Yeah, episode 8 next week for Shikomori. All right. See you guys next week. Peace out.